Okay, so we're on the air. Going to be continuing my gameplay on AKUMU mode. Um, as you can see, I have a lot of saved games on here. I've completed the game a couple of times. I am playing this on AKUMU mode, as you can see. This is the file I'm going to be loading, and we'll be starting on Chapter 3. Part 1 went through Chapters 1 and 2. I only have it in parts on the bottom because I'm not sure how I'll divide this up. For instance, this chapter might be divided into 2 parts. Obviously this isn't a New Game Plus, otherwise you'd see clear by it, so I don't, I'm not starting out with any upgrades or any weapons I might have gotten from collecting anything. This is just right from the beginning. I decided, I guess, during Chapter 2 to start upgrading specific items to make this less painful. Yeah, I'm not going to, I guess I just decided I wasn't going to try to do this without any upgrades. And some of it's just due to specific scenarios in this that are just really insane. So, this chapter, a lot of this chapter, I would recommend disarming every trap to collect trap parts and collecting as much green gel as possible for upgrades. And like every other chapter, collecting all the keys. There's only one key that I will not be collecting during this entire playthrough. And that's okay, because you can miss one key. There's 2 keys in the lockers. The last locker you open will have 100,000 green gel, which will be very helpful in the end. Now, this chapter can move quite slowly on this mode. If you're only accustomed to playing on survival or casual, if you haven't noticed any differences already from Chapter 2, in that the enemies become aware of you much easier, and they are twice as fast. To make matters worse on this chapter, there is a Ruvik clone at the center of the village who paces around in one spot the entire time. And at this point, you really don't have the green gel to upgrade specific things you might want to that could dispose of him pretty quickly and quietly, which would be a level 5 harpoon bolt. I don't even have the Agony Crossbolt, and so you acquire it on this level, but you have to get to it first. And even if I get it, I'm not going to have enough green gel to upgrade to that level. Just to get to level 4, from level 4 to level 5 for the harpoon bolt is 50,000. So I would say it's about 80,000 to 100,000 to upgrade it to level 5. But personally, that's one of my recommendations for upgrades, to get that bolt up to 5 eventually. It's not a priority in the beginning. I would say, for stock purposes, matches, agony bolts, and the ammunition for the weapons. The sprint level for abilities. I'd probably start saving green gel or thinking about raising some of the bolts, like the flash bolt, for instance, or the lightning bolt. This is especially, you probably want that at level 3 or 4 by the time you reach the beginning of Chapter 6, which is probably, in my estimation, the worst part of playing this mode. It's probably the only part where I really considered just quitting and not playing this. I mean, really, this isn't really, to tell you the truth, playing this mode really isn't about having a lot of fun. It's very frustrating. Um, the good thing about this chapter is that there is a save room available to go into for the entire time. This is important for a couple of reasons. If, at least I'm going to do this, I would recommend this for saving up trap parts to create agony bolts, is to disarm all of the traps. Now, a few of these will be motion sensor bombs. Now, on AKUMU mode, all of the motion sensor bombs, the needle moves extremely fast and you have to stop it on a small blue space. Now, if you've only played on survival mode, for instance, that doesn't really happen until around chapter 11 if they become that fast. On casual mode, they're slow the entire time. So on this mode, they're at the same speed consistently. It's just, obviously, if they blow up, you're going to die. You can't get hit by anything. So if you want to play it safe, what you can do is disarm one bomb, go to the save room, and save it. That way, once you go to disarm another bomb, if it blows up in your face, you'll just be redirected back to the save room where you were with the parts from the other bomb that you disarmed. So in the beginning up here, I'm going to come in. Now, I'm going to want to collect as much as possible, so... Now, there's no enemies walking around at this moment, but there are bodies that you will want to burn, because otherwise they could get up at some point, and really a good idea is to clear this area over here. And at some point, a few enemies are going to come out after I interact with the doctor and open the gate. I recommend clearing this area of enemies, probably because of the Ruvik clone. If he spots you, he's going to emit some kind of surge, some kind of bloody surge with claws. It's probably something to do with Laura. And obviously, if you've played this game once, you've experienced it, and it just comes at you. And, you know, regardless of what mode you're playing on, it's one hit, you're dead. But if you clear this area, you can pretty much run back over here and get away from it. If you're going to have a bunch of enemies running around here, that's not good, because you're just going to run into a bunch of people, and when he spots you, he alerts all of the enemies. So there'll be none over here to deal with. So now, again, I've upgraded the matches to level 3 so I could carry 10. Now that's double what was before. Matches become very useful in this because normally if you knock down enemies with a shotgun, they're still going to get up. So it's good to just burn them, because that'll just pretty much kill them. You just want to make sure not to stand directly on top of the body when burning them, because they could suddenly spring up, or they could just nick you with their hand and you'll die. And to kind of watch out, because some of them will get up and chase you while they're on fire. So this hanging body I'm going to burn. I don't know if he would have gotten up or not, I'm just playing it safe. There are matches around this area. I wouldn't really recommend using the firearm. I normally wouldn't recommend making a lot of noise like that, but I'm aware that that's not going to cause any problems right now. Now there are 4 keys on this board. 3 of them can only be gotten to by firing at the statues. So I would wait to acquire them. Now I'm going to burn these 2 bodies. There's another one that's going to descend over here. I'm going to run away and hide and wait until she gets into... Well, if it's a she. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes they change. I'm going to wait until they get into a routine, you know, walking mode and stealth kill them. I hate it when that happens. Okay, I just wasted 2 matches. Alright, see, this is what bothers me. Now, I'm going to basically reload this. I know this is kind of painful, but this is the problem. The reason why the body probably didn't light on fire is maybe because I didn't move forward enough to allow the gate to come down. It's things like that, and I really don't want to be wasting any matches, so I recommend just, if you make any errors or you feel like you've wasted too much ammo in a specific situation and, you know, there's a checkpoint or a save point not far back, to just reload it, because you really don't want to be wasting anything. And really, some things are going to happen like that that really aren't going to be even really your fault. I mean, I'm doing the same thing I'm doing right here. I light the match, that one goes on fire. I did it over there, it didn't work. It didn't work 3 times. So, yeah, I'll just punch the window because see, that's just kind of frustrating. So I guess I have to actually walk and wait until this gate slams down. I don't know. Now I should be able to burn the body now. Burn this one. Another one's gonna get up. Now I'm gonna run over here. Now, I'm going to upgrade my sprint soon. That's pretty important. There's the enemy. Now, she didn't notice me, so... Gonna wait for her to turn. She should go through that door. Oh, she's not going through the door. She wants to. Look, she's walking forward. See, this is another thing that happens. Sometimes the enemies will just get stuck. They'll stand near something and walk forward and they won't go around it. So, I can't really, I think, sneak up behind her in this particular case, so I'm probably going to have to attract her attention and run away. Which I... Yeah, look, see, she's just walking forward into the door. I don't know. What's a good thing to do here? See, there's motion sensor bombs in there. This is just... See, this is an example of a situation where, you know, this really isn't my doing. You know, I was careful, and now this happens. Now, they take a while to get through the door, so hopefully she'll mellow out. Okay, she's gonna get into some routine walk. You're gonna want to time this. God, they're so fast on this mode. Yeah, she noticed me, I think. I don't care. Maybe she didn't. Once she's taken care of, there won't be any other enemies around here. At least for now, until you hit the crank at the top. You know, all this time is lapsing just because of that little glitch where she just kept walking forward into the door. Okay, so now it's good to go to the save room. There's no more enemies to deal with right now. So now this save room will be available the entire board, so this is what we're going to use, or abuse, however you want to put it. You can abuse the save room all you want. You don't have to hit a checkpoint, just come back to the save room whenever, you know. Even if you've killed one enemy and feel, you know, you really don't want to go through it again, just come back here. And as long as it's safe. In the first part, when the enemies come out on the side, you're probably going to want to get rid of all of them. You're not going to be able to get to the save room. There's going to be two near the save room.
You should find this useful.
Oh, you're going to take me to the locker. Oh, well. Now, when I open the locker doors, you know, I'll take the green gel, but if there's ammo, I usually will leave it there.
Where are you taking me?
Until I really need it.
You don't talk much.
There is a way to get the green gel quicker, I think. In some of the cases, or maybe in some levels of the lockers. If you open a locker, and occasionally if you reload the save and open the same locker, something different will appear. Now you can't open every locker and get green gel. I think there's a finite amount. But you can get them in a different order,
That key will allow you to
I
open
suppose.
this door.
So,
The contents are yours. Please, come back whenever you need to.
I'm not going to take the ammo. I really don't even want to use any ammo. 5,000. Every time you see a green gel jar in the locker, you'll get either 5,000. I think there's maybe a 10,000 one, 15,000. The last locker is 100,000. I think 5,000 is the lowest amount. So, I mean, it's pretty good to get the keys because you'll get a lot of green gel from the lockers. I mean, and with the 100,000, if you add it up totally, I mean, you could be getting, I don't know, I never really looked it up. It's probably at least 200,000. Now, I keep 2 save files when I'm doing this, and there's a good reason. In cases where, for instance, you are going, or you feel like you want to make some upgrades and you're not really sure if they're good, what you can do is upgrade, or you can save it before you upgrade. And then if you go into a situation, this is particularly true of Chapter 6, and you don't feel like things are working out, just reload the save file, the one where you didn't use the green gel, and just, put it into something else. See if that works. Obviously, you're not gonna, I mean, for abilities, the only thing you want is the sprint level. Everything else, I mean, you raise the melee damage, that's great and all, but you probably really don't want to be punching people on this mode. So, for abilities, this is absolutely, this isn't even a subjective point of view. The life gauge is pointless, and so is syringe recovery. So I don't even bother with the melee. This is the only ability, and really this will make the game a lot easier. Especially if you can get it up to level 5. If you can sprint for 10 seconds, then you can get away from a lot of enemies because they are very fast on this. You're going to want to be able to sprint faster. So I'm not going to worry about the handgun right now. So matches are important. Syringes are useless. Grenades can be useful in specific situations, but you always have to watch out because obviously if you're too close to the explosion, that'll kill you. Being able to hold more handgun ammunition is good. Stock is good generally for a lot of the stock. Syringes just are useless. I would prioritize matches and agony bolts. I think I'll go ahead and increase my sprint for right now. That's definitely something I'll be upgrading anyway, at least to level 4. I mean, 3 seconds to run is really not that much, especially when a lot of the haunted can pretty much catch up to you very quickly. And if you're not paying attention to the the running bar at the top, and it gets all the way down, he just stops to breathe. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's a huge creature chasing you or 10 enemies. He'll just stop to take a breath, and I guess that's normal. I don't know. Okay, so now this is what I recommend doing. Now this, because there's no enemies in this area, now this is a good time to pretty much start disarming things and collecting things around the area so you don't have to worry about running into any traps or bombs when the enemies do appear. Of course, you can lure them into certain traps, but I prioritize collecting trap parts over just luring enemies into traps. You can pretty much sneak kill all of these enemies. Now, again, these bombs are fast. This could really just literally blow up in my face right now, and if it does, it does. I decided for this particular broadcast that as far as deaths are concerned, this isn't about making something pristine or making a video that's, you know, perfect. Here's what you do, and I go about and I'm going to go disarm 5 bombs in a row. That's not, you know, if I die 50 times in one place, then I die 50 times in one place. It might not be the most exciting or thrilling thing to watch. Maybe it is. I don't know. But the thing is, it might give a more, you know, a good idea of kind of what to expect, even in terms of the level of frustration, because I'm just being honest, I'm not the best gamer in the world, so and I have completed this on AKUMU mode, so it is possible. Hopefully this won't blow up in my face. Do you see right now? That's the small space. See? Fortunately, I already saved it in the save room, so that's the important part. It's just going to reload that part back. Of course, I'll have to upgrade my sprint again, because I'm going to keep that. I'm pretty sure that that's a good choice for right now. I should just probably... Well, actually, I'll go disarm the bomb first. Now, I could wind up dying a few times here, and I don't expect many people, if, you know, I don't even care. I'm doing this live, and I don't expect many people to be, if they come in here, that they're going to watch it for very long. You know, if I'm going to have a bomb explode in my face 5 times, you can have somebody asking, why am I doing that? Why don't I just fire at it? And the whole point is to be collecting trap parts. I mean, really, they become a lifesaver later on. If you're able to come out and you're walking around with 40 trap parts, you know, that's 20 flash bolts or 20 harpoon bolts or 10 lightning bolts. It depends. Oh, I hate... See, that just screwed me up right there. Once that tip right there in the center. 2 parts for every one. Now, there's a few of these. Now, this is the safe way to go. Because of all these bombs are harder to disarm, and you're gonna die if it blows up in your face. The best thing you could do is abuse the save room, because, you know, there's only a few checkpoints on this board, so there's no sense in trying to disarm 5 bombs and, you know, having the 5th one blow up in your face and then having to do it all over again. So remember, this is entirely pointless for syringe. Melee I don't really recommend. This is the only ability that is useful on this mode. And again, syringes for stock are pointless. None of these, I mean, in an absolute sense, they're worthless. It doesn't matter how high your health bar is. You're just dead in one hit.
You've been expected.
So now that I saved it right there, if I go to disarm the next bomb and I happen to die, it doesn't matter. I still have the parts from the other bomb now. So I don't have to worry about hitting any checkpoints. You just want to basically clear this entire area before the enemies come out. See, I screwed up right there. But it's okay, because now I'll just go right back to the room I was just in. If I didn't go to the save room before, I would reload at the checkpoint right at the start of the level and would have had to done everything that I did before. So, that save room is a lifesaver on this board, and it's available the entire time. That's one good thing about this chapter as opposed to chapter 2. You have to get through that long section between checkpoints. You just have to get through it. This is how the deaths add up, at least for me. Some people end this game on AKUMU mode with a lot less deaths than I would. I'm just not, I guess I'm not coordinated enough to do these bombs. So I'm taking advantage of the situations where there's save rooms. So Chapter 3, Chapter 7, and Chapter 9 all have save rooms available. The entire time, 7 and 9 in the beginning. So, or 7 you have to go a little bit of the way through. Once you reach the wall, there'll be a save room. I'm just hoping I really don't like sitting here and dying every time, but, you know, seriously, this is how much the trap parts I find to be worthwhile. Seems easier for me when the blue is earlier. There's only 2 in this room, so I might as well just collect some stuff. Alright, I got the matches already. I don't know, I just break windows so I can jump through them quicker if someone's chasing me. I think that's a good idea, especially since I'm not going to arouse any enemies around. There's no point in I can make all the noise I want right now. So this room's pretty clear. There's just well, that's a pointless window. You're not going to be jumping through that. I just like breaking windows. I don't know, maybe that's the way I relieve frustration and why my voice is so mellow. Or maybe it's just because I'm so beaten down by this game that I just... No, sometimes there's a mine in there. Maybe it'll appear somewhere else. It's important to note also the surroundings of where everything is, because when these enemies come out, you're going to want to hide until they get into their routine walking positions. Now, this bed... There's a lot of beds and cabinets to hide in. There's bottles everywhere, which you can use to sneak kill, or if you can manage to do that. I don't really usually recommend that. It's harder to do. You have to do it faster on this mode. So if you mess up and they grab you, it's all over. Another place to hide. So this side is cleared. I might as well save it.
Have you forgotten something?
This does become quite tedious, but really, in the long run, it's really worthwhile. Because there are positions where you'll wind up wishing that you had 40 trap parts, or, you know, conserved more ammunition, or had more matches. These are the situations to take advantage of. Now I'm gonna go to the other side. There's a motion sensor bomb over here. I'm trying to think if it's the only one on this side. I think it's the last one, so I probably just collect everything over around here. No, it's around the next corner. Yeah, you really don't want to run around on this board. I mean, once you disarm all this, it'll be safe to run around, which is good, because if anything's chasing you, and you break all these windows, you know, you can just run, jump through the window, go through another corridor, go upstairs. You can run to various places to hide, and it's not safe to run right now. Again, I seem to do it fine when the blue is earlier. And again, all of the needles on this mode, or all of the bombs, that's basically the speed and the amount of blue space you have to stop the needle. It's consistent, so if you get good at it, you know, you might, you know, be more inclined to try to disarm bombs, even if the checkpoint's a little, you know, farther back. But that's the last bomb on this side, so if there's any enemies going to be chasing you, you're a little bit more safer to run. You're not gonna, you will wind up running into a bomb, and if you break all the windows, you can pretty much just jump out windows and have them chase you around and, you know, jump through another window. You don't want to really break windows while people are chasing you and make a lot of noise. There's a tripwire up here, but obviously you're not gonna, it's not gonna blow up in your face, so. But it'll give you more trap parts. Again, you can try to lure enemies into these traps, but I really just don't recommend that. I just feel like the trap parts are more worthwhile to collect than to try to just kill an enemy in a tripwire. Especially, you're just making them more aware of yourself, and that's just... on this mode, it's just not good. They're too fast. We've pretty much almost cleared, as far as collecting everything on this side. If there's something you can't pick up because it's full, you just remember where it is, because you'll probably wind up using it, and you just want to restock. You can hide under that bed. No, you can't. You can hide in this I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to get up. Yeah, you can hide. You're gonna have to hide right away. After you turn the crank, you're gonna come over here. There's gonna be enemies that are gonna come out, and if you hide quick enough, they'll lose sight of you and just start walking around.
Who's there?
No, don't shoot. I'm not one of them. I'm a doctor. Marcelo Jimenez.
You were in the ambulance before it crashed, right?
Yes, we're lucky to be alive.
Have you seen anyone else?
My patient Leslie. I saw him running up ahead, but...
But?
Come this way. Quietly, mind you.
Just try to collect all the green gel you can. And again, there's 4 keys in this board, but I don't recommend getting them until later, because you have to shoot 3 statues, and that'll alert everybody. Now, oh, I don't have a sniper rifle, I can't. If you can look ahead of me and look, there's a Ruvik clone right there, already, in this game, on Chapter 3. So, again, there's extra enemies on AKUMU mode, and they just, having a Ruvik clone at the center is just really annoying. And you can't really dispose of them very quickly at this point. All I have is a handgun, and that's just not going to do it. And so now I'm kind of free to run around here. Now once I go back upstairs and turn that crank, there's going to be about like 5 or 6 enemies around the area.
Whatever is the matter?
You want to clear the area. You want to clear this whole side, basically. Because if the Ruvik clone spots you and starts spurting, or any enemy spots you, you can pretty much run back to this point around here and hide. It'll eventually go away. If you're gonna have a bunch of enemies walking around here still that aren't taken out, then you're just gonna run into a horde of enemies and probably die. You know what? One of the bodies I burned dropped green gel before, I think. And that's one thing to note. If you go save the game and... or if it reloads, if it reloads at the save point and you didn't pick up the green gel that dropped from enemies, it'll be gone when you come back. Another factor to note is if you are going to pick up any ammunition and there's going to be leftovers, if you can, wait until you pick it up, because if you die and reload and you've already taken some of the bullets, I think all of them pretty much will disappear. Like, if there were 5 bullets on the table and, you know, you could only pick up 2, you would leave 3 on the table, but if you die and the save reloads, they won't be there anymore. So it's best to just, you know, leave some stuff around, laying around until you can pick it up. Or you can pick up all of it, or you're gonna leave the area and, you know, you might as well just take it now.
Have a look for yourself. Those things chased me all the way into the village.
Me too. They're all over the place.
Leslie went through that gate.
Of course. Oh, Leslie.
Good Lord.
There are too many to shoot our way through.
One of us could try to lure them away while the other gets the gate open. You're the one with the gun.
Yeah.
If you say so.
Like, the gun is helpful. The gun will probably hurt you more than anything in this situation. For as far as alerting enemies, the handgun really... I'm not sure what I'll do in terms of upgrades, because I usually... It really just becomes really a backup weapon, and it's really useful for specific situations, for shooting levers, for if an enemy's carrying dynamite, it's probably good to just, you know, use handgun bullets, because that way he'll just fall and blow himself up.
Over here! That's right, this way!
But I usually don't shoot enemies with the handgun.
That old guy's gonna get himself killed.
Especially if the accuracy of it's not good. You know, on this mode, this is just not... You hear someone moaning, but that's the sadist, and you don't want him to come out until the end on this. You can get him to come out earlier, but this really isn't about doing a speed run. You really want to take advantage of this chapter and collect as much as possible. Now this is where enemies are going to come out. Now I'm going to have to hide. Hopefully that did it. You can see a shadow on the wall. There's 2 of them up here. There's another one that goes downstairs. I don't know. There could be more on this it's hard to say. I don't really want to guess. She's gonna come back through the door. I gotta time this because there's like 2 of them nearby. Okay. Oh, that was not good. See, dead, 1 hit. I figured I had pretty good timing getting out of the out under the bed at that time, but they'll spot you really quickly on this mode. It's just another source of frustration, but I guess at some point you just get used to dying and just okay, well, I'm not really far back. It's just okay. You come through the window. No, you don't come through the window. Come on. Where? See, it's little glitches like this that are bothersome, like, you know, just walked through him. What? Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh, God. And there's 2 on the other side. It's good to crawl into the bed when you're already in a crouched position, because that way when you get out, you'll just be in a crouch. I don't know if she's gonna come back through the door. Okay. Oh, this is not good. Gotta go. Not good. Oh, she's gonna walk away. There were 3 enemies. I think the 3rd enemy went downstairs. I should just say I think because I don't want to run into him. Now, I'm gonna time this. The only annoying thing about this part is that I can't. What's it like on this mode? It's pretty painful. Yeah, it's not even a matter of just you can't get hit once. It's that there's a lot more enemies and they are really literally twice as fast, and they become aware of you very quickly. So See? That's it right there. It's not only that, I mean, if have you played this game on, what, survival mode? There's things changed in the environment on this mode. I'm only on chapter 3 and there's already a Ruvik clone at the center of the village. Now I have beaten this once. It took me 46 hours. There's the Ruvik clone right ahead of me. He'll be there at the center of the village the entire time. He can be killed, but right now all I have is a handgun, and even if I had the crossbow, I just don't... They're not strong enough. A level 5 harpoon bolt would, in one hit, take him down. Yeah, I don't think this mode is really about enjoying the game so much. It's really, I guess, for people who really want the trophy. And I just decided to broadcast the playthrough because it kind of gives an idea of what it's going to be like. And on this particular board, at least my recommendation in the beginning was to when you're in chapters like this that have save doors available the whole time, to kind of abuse them, because all of the motion sensor bombs on this mode are extremely fast. And you know, if you know what I'm talking about, the bombs on the walls that detonate if you get too close and you have to crouch to. Yeah, that's what I really wanted. And to be quite honest with you, if you didn't need this trophy to platinum the game, it would make it a lot easier. It's this trophy, this particular trophy, that makes getting a platinum extremely difficult. It's just this. So really, to maximize your chances of getting through this mode, it's best to conserve as much ammo. There's not as much ammo, there's not as much green gel, so I would try to get all the keys during the playthrough, except for one, because you don't need all of them to open up the lockers. But if you get the last locker open, it's 100,000 green gel, and you'll be able to use it right before the last part in 15. So, and not to mention that there's loads of green gel in the lockers and extra ammo. Yeah, I think I got all the collectibles on my AKUMU playthrough. They won't give you anything during the playthrough, except for the keys. As far as rewards in-game, even the map fragments, you need to... The last one, I think, is after the last save room, and in order to get even the burst rifle or the different sniper rifle, you need to actually activate the map in the save room. So and they're not really the most useful weapon. The sniper rifle's good, but that's only because it can penetrate through more than one enemy. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same as this regular rifle. Actually, you know what? I'm probably not even hiding in a good place right now, because I'm letting 3 enemies come near me. One thing I recommended at the beginning of this is that doing upgrades on this, if you ever don't feel confident about certain upgrades, or don't know what's best to do to prepare, to kind of make 2 separate save files. So if you use all your green gel on a particular thing and you find out that it really wasn't worthwhile, you can go back to the save and just use it on something else. And again, for any board like this that has a save room available all the time to take advantage of it, I'm basically disarming every motion sensor bomb on this board just to collect trap parts. It's good to carry around a ton of trap parts. It's a headache and it takes a lot of time, and the bombs can blow up in your face a lot, but if there's a save room available, you can just go disarm one bomb, go into the save room and save it, and come back. Yeah, I'm basically trying to stealth kill all of these, but I don't want to use my gun at all. Not only because it's really ineffective right now, but it'll just make a lot of noise, and they're all gonna run towards me. And probably the best weapon to have for firing purposes is the shotgun. Now, I'm gonna hide in a different place. Yep, throw me out. Yep, he missed me. Oh god, how am I gonna get? I'm not gonna get away. I did upgrade my sprint a little bit, but I wonder if I did get away. Oh, please get under the bed. You see, if I did get away right there, the way that I set this up in the beginning is, for this part of the house, I disarmed every bomb and every trap, and I broke every window. The reason I did that is because one reason is to collect trap parts. One reason is because if I break all the windows and do all that, I can jump through the window panes just like I did, and I managed to get away. So, won't have to worry about running into any traps. I'm just not in a good position right now on this board, and basically if you can clear this side, it'll give you a lot of breathing room, because if the Ruvik clone spots you, or anybody spots you, you can always run back to this part of the village and there won't be any enemies here anymore, and you can hide. As long as I can pretty much... I have to take her out and one other person, and then this is kind of hard because this is the only part where the save room is going to be blocked, really. Alright, you too. If you have any difficulties, you can always be free to, ask me any questions, because... Are you going to be playing this on AKUMU mode? Is that what you're going to be doing? Cool, thanks. Yeah, I usually just make these and they're archived on Twitch for 2 weeks. But I've been making sure to export them to my YouTube, because I actually made a video that's over 5 hours long. I literally sat here for one playthrough and to do a quick in the dead thing, and I went through the entire game in one sitting. Of course I didn't do it on AKUMU mode, but No. I hate when one button does two things. That's one. Make sure to hide. She's gonna come back through the door. Why are you running over here? She noticed me. How is that possible? This is what I'm talking about. Alright, you know, I'm getting kind of annoyed now. This is not a good place to hide. There's going to be another person that's going to come up the stairs with the torch. This is not good. Oh. Well, at least I cleared this entire house of any bombs and anything, so I can't run into anything. So I broke all the windows. I can run through windows, I can get away quickly, and I have my sprint already at level 2, so... Sprint is the only ability that's worthwhile to upgrade. Okay, that takes care of 3. Oh my god, he noticed me. One good thing about going through doors is they take a while to get through them, so you kind of lose them. I don't know what that's all about. What is he doing? Oh, they heard me running. Those are the last 2 enemies, I believe, to deal with on this side. Normally, I would recommend kind of clearing this and taking out the other 2, the one with the torch and the other guy, by going downstairs and kind of around the area around the windows where I detonated or disarmed the 2 bombs. You can jump through one of the windowsills and sneak kill one of them, and then go upstairs and hide and get behind the torch guy. Alright, I can hear that guy breathing. I'm afraid if I just, the moment I get up out of the bed, he's just gonna come in here. This guy's just gonna stand here the entire time. Why? I hope he's not facing. Where is he? Oh no. I don't know where he is. The other guy should have went back to the other side of the house. I'm not feeling comfortable right now. Oh my god, I don't know. Why I know I know that the sadist is I can hear him yelling, that's fine, but where is this other guy? There's no invisible enemies on this board, so this isn't. Maybe he's downstairs and I can hear him through the floor. I should have looked both ways quicker. It's not good. Oh. Now I have to do this slowly because I have not hit a checkpoint and I really just want to get to the save room. And I hope that door's not locked. He has to be down here. Somebody's down here. Oh, there you are. I really don't want to pick up the axe. This is another example of if I pick up the axe and I wind up dying and it reloads, it'll be gone. But at a time like this, okay. I'm still gonna be quiet because I don't know what to expect here. I know I disarmed everything. I really hope there's no other enemy over here. Okay, I think I'm okay. Alright, there's only the one guy. Oh no, is this door locked? You know, there's a way to keep this door open. I've done it before, so it's always open, and I don't know why it's locked sometimes, and sometimes it's open, and this really doesn't have anything to do with it being on AKUMU mode. I've played this on casual mode, and the door's locked before, and then sometimes it's been opened. I wonder what that means. That means I can't get to the other guy the way I would like to, which the best way is to go around and, you know, go over there, climb through the window when he's turned around, make sure you're already crouched, and crouch after him. No, all these gates are down. Are they? No, they're back up. Well, that's right, I opened the gate, I can get back over there. I just don't want to... Okay, okay. Oh, well, I hit a checkpoint. So I'm okay. Really don't want to alert the Ruvik clone, but especially, I mean, if I get rid of this guy over here, then it won't matter much because I can I have more places to hide. Let me look, elapsed time. Should probably split this up into segments. Now, normally this is what I would do. If the guy with the torch were still here, I would take out this guy, like I'm going to, and the torch guy will just go upstairs and pace around, and I would just come at him from that angle. Make sure you're already crouched when you jump through the window. That way you're not, you know, when you jump over, you automatically go into a crouch. Oh, that's good. Okay, all the enemies are cleared over here. So, there's no enemies on this side anymore. This is a safe place to run to in case anybody's chasing you. And, now that everything's cleared over here, this room can always be available, so you don't have to really worry about hitting checkpoints if you're just not...
Have you forgotten something?
If you've made it far enough, or you feel like, you know, you've spent a lot of time trying to get through a situation and collected a lot, you can always just run back here. And there'll be no enemies on this side to run into. Of course, kicking open doors isn't always like, you know, the best tactic, and but there's no enemies near me, so I mean, I could see in the distance the clone, but that's far enough away. Now there's some bear traps on the ground here, which is good because that's just more trap ports. That's what did it say? It's 17. At this point I should have had 25 ports, but in chapter 2 some enemy spotted me and ran over 3 bear traps, so that's just depressing, but I'm gonna make sure to disarm everything here. Maybe I'll try to kill the chainsaw guy without using any... Maybe I'll try to just trap him. Oh, I can't. I don't know the Ruvik clone unless I get rid of him. Oh. This body, definitely burn this body. Unless he springs up, then oh no. Please don't spring up on me. Burn it. Yeah, hook it up. You just want to watch, because sometimes they'll just get up and chase after you. And that probably was not good. So one of the keys is right up there. You might not be able to see it on that ledge. I'm not going to shoot that down right now. It's not a good idea. I don't know what to do. Now, if I climb this ladder, I think you can get the agony crossbow up here. There's 2 places you can get it, but well, That's... Make sure to get that green gel. I think I can get up here safely without anybody noticing me. Yeah, you'll see on my left there's a statue, which I'm not going to bother with right now, but you don't want to collect all the keys, so the only key in the game that, just because you can miss one, that I'm not going to collect is in chapter 10, because you would have to kill Laura, the Shrieking Beast, whatever you want to call her, in order to get it. That gives you the Bathed in Flames trophy, but yeah, if you kill her, there's no cutscene at the elevator, and you can go to the right, and there's a jar of green gel, and maybe something else, and there's a statue, but it's just not... You don't need it. You don't even need it for the trophy. The Master of Unlocking trophy you get when you open all the lockers, and so there's 46 keys in the game and 45 lockers. So, now I have the crossbow. Do I? No. That's right. Okay, so I don't get the crossbow until I get into one of the houses, but I did get something. Oh, I got a stun bolt. Stun bolts are good because they're only 2 parts to make. Harpoon bolts as well. So, for the sake of chapter 6 alone, I want to get the level of this bolt to at least 3 or 4. 6 is going to be terrible. It always is. Why do I say that? I only played through this once, but I don't know, it just seems like after getting through the beginning of 6, it just feels like it's really a breath of fresh air. It's just the worst part. Well, I'm not gonna really bother with that right now. But if there's bolts anywhere to pick up, definitely pick them up. That way you'll save parts. He's climbing down the ladder kind of weird. I'm a little confused. It doesn't seem right. Okay. I don't know what that was. Something broke. This guy's chasing me. Oh well. It's the good thing. Have our sprint at level 2 already. I can just run around this site. There's no explosives or anything, so. This is good too. You can lure some of the enemies back to this area and stealth kill them when they just decide to, you know, not chase you anymore. As long as you know where they are, because I don't know how far he chased me. There's really a lot of breathing room I left myself now. Sometimes when they chase you, though, if they lose sight of you, they'll run back. There he is. They'll run back to their place, so sometimes they don't. They just sort... Now he's in a different place, so... sometimes the places aren't the best places to, sneak up on them. fine if the rivet clone doesn't notice me, but oh, he's gonna go. If he goes all the way back, then yeah, which it looks like he's doing. You know what, maybe I'll just let him chase me for a little bit. Maybe that's not a good idea. Come on. So I lured him over here. So if he turns around, I'm going to try to... I'm going to crouch now. I don't want to... As long as I wasn't sprinting, so he won't turn around. But I don't want to be walking too fast either. Oh, that's good. Let's carry that. Probably isn't the best idea, but well, if I lure another enemy over here, that won't be bad. Where is he? It looks like he just ran off to the left. There he is. Oh. Okay, well, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, now that I got a few things, I'm gonna save it. Now I'm gonna go disarm.
Have you forgotten something?
2 more bombs. Again, the save room being here. If you manage to lure a few enemies out and stealth kill them, you might as well just go save it, because then you know you come back and they'll be gone. Now, you don't want to get spotted by the guy with the gun. The guy right up there has a gun. Oh, come on, I don't want this. Is he gonna notice me come up the stairs? open the door slowly. The Ruvik clone will probably get alerted now if I make any noise. See, since I can grab... Oh no, that's not good. Okay. Again, when you do something like that, and I leave one match there, well, if I die right now, it won't matter. The 2 matches will be there. But if I go save the game, and then I die, those matches will disappear. Even though there's still 1 left over, it doesn't matter. If you take from it, it goes away. Alright, now I'm full on my handgun bullets. So the only key I would grab right now, I would wait for the other 3 for the end, is up this ladder. Because this is the only key that I can think of that you don't have to shoot. Good to note. I'll keep in mind there's 2 matches up here. Doesn't sound like a lot, but 1 match to an enemy on the ground and, you know, they're dead. Alright, he's not gonna go anywhere. Unless I force him to. You can break open the barriers and have him come out earlier. That's what you do for a speed run, but that would be terrible right now. Maybe I should set this up for the... I usually like to kind of push these over to the stairs. If the chainsaw guy's chasing me, I can light this on fire, and that'll probably won't do much damage, but it'll stop him in his place. As long as I don't block the stairs, can... Oh, come on. Did I just block myself off? Jesus. Bear trap. Kick this ladder down. This is another way to confuse people if I'm being chased. I can just go back down that ladder. I can go down, jump through, into the building, go down the stairs, jump through another way. I can just go all over the place now like a labyrinth. I mean, if I'm being chased, especially by whatever surge comes out of Ruvik. I wonder if this is a good idea or not. And here's some more haystacks. I can put them near the ladder. If I can get them to move. Okay. I'll set those up over there. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm not going to be able to... If I can get rid of the Ruvik clone, I would just try to kill the chainsaw guy without even wasting any ammo. You could wait for him to climb the ladder and kind of try to shoot him off and just force him to climb up again, but that's... I don't know, he's kind of strong. Okay, more matches. Now, I got 10,000 green gel, so... It's possible for me to upgrade my sprint to level 3 already, I believe now. Even with the matches at level 2, so I... Okay, so... I'm gonna go save it now. Since I pretty much cleared this, and I disarmed a bomb. And, so there's no traps over here, and I collected a key and mostly everything, and you kick this ladder down, and again, it's a good way to escape if anything's chasing you. Because I could run through anything now. I smashed all the windows and everything, so... The only thing that bothers me is that this door is locked. And I don't... Regardless of what mode you're playing on, even if it's casual mode, sometimes this door locks and sometimes it's open, and I'm sure there's something I'm doing wrong. But I don't know what it is. Oh. Sometimes I don't pay attention to that bar. Not that I'm really collecting anything, but I keep forgetting there's a map fragment here, but the only thing I'm collecting are keys.
Whatever is the matter?
Let's wait to get one more key. There's 3 more on the board. And I'm not going to get them until the end because I'm not going to pull out my pistol and fire at statues when there's a Rivet clone in the center of the village. That's just not a good idea. 5,000 is basically the least amount you can get from a locker. So that's pretty good because every time you're going to get at least 5,000. Okay. Maybe I should save it first, I don't know. Okay, I can start upgrading the bolts if I want to. On level 6 in the beginning is one of the most notorious sections where you're trapped in 2 rooms. If you have your flash bolts at level 3, let's see, 10 seconds, 13 seconds stun. It'd be great to have a 16-second stun, but I'm probably going to be wasting a lot of just flash, but it's okay because they're only 2 parts. Last time I did that room, I was trying to use lightning bolts, or shock bolts, which are good because you can place them on the ground, and if enemies knock into them, they knock into each other, get electrocuted, you can burn them, but in the second room, I know I'm speaking far ahead, but while you're lighting the match, if there's other enemies running around, you can get hit. I mean, it's too chaotic. They can just keep coming through the ceiling. How much is it for the sprint? I'm trying to gauge where I'm at, when I'll need. Are critical moments. Plus I have the matches still I want to upgrade. Okay, I'm gonna do the matches. I'm gonna do the flash bolt once, twice. I'll already put it at level 3, so I have it, but I want to get it up higher than that. See, I can already do these upgrades, because as long as you explore all the areas and collect all this green gel, and again, those lockers, those 2 green gel gave me 10,000 total, so... I'll just put my sprint at level 3, because I'm gonna want to get that up. Yeah, matches are pretty easy to upgrade to 5. That's really the best thing you can upgrade. I mean, being able to carry 30 of those is good. I'm wondering if I should just save anything. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just save what I have. I don't... Again, I usually recommend saving before doing the upgrades, but you know, I have 2 save files I'm, you know, going on, so well, it's not that great. Where's the last save? If I wanted to go back, I would have to and I wanted to do different upgrades. I wouldn't have to do too much right now. I disarmed, the only annoying thing is disarming one of the motion sensor bombs, but I would have to collect all the other stuff I just did, so. Let me think. Now, at some point, I'm gonna wanna stop. I don't really want to do this entire chapter in one broadcast. But maybe I should go through it a little more. I mean, a lot of time is elapsing, but it's fine. Like I said, this chapter and even, you know, some part of chapter 2. Chapter 2, I mean, I could have done better and came out with 8 more parts, but this chapter definitely, you just want to collect everything and all of the green gel, all the keys and trap parts you can. And you know, the Ruva clone really doesn't help in terms of having to get through this. And the fact that the bombs are harder to disarm. Which again, obviously, somebody can tell me I don't have to disarm them, but really, if instead I just shot them, let's see, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's 8 parts, basically, I got from the motion sensor bombs. So, that's already 4 stun bolts, or 4 harpoon bolts. Now, harpoon bolts aren't really going to help me right now, at level 1. I really think kicking that door open, I just kind of did something or attracted something. It's probably not good. I guess I'm feeling a little safer because I just saved the game. So you're really not penalized for dying. I mean, if there's a checkpoint right behind you and you feel like trying something new and you're thinking to yourself, wait, I'm gonna die. It's not really a big deal, I wouldn't be concerned about how many times you die. I played this on my first playthrough on AKUMU. It took me 46 hours to beat this, and I died about 700 times. So, sometimes I just die on purpose because of the situation I'm in. Like if I feel like I just shot, or wasted a bunch of ammo because I missed something, maybe I'll just die because I don't feel like having to go on with like losing all that ammo. I would just take advantage of those situations. I mean, somebody could say, well, that's kind of cheap, but, the thing is that you can do it. I mean, it's fine. It's legitimate. I mean, I'm doing pretty good with these bombs. Now, I disarmed 5 of them, so that's 10 parts. Oh, there's enemies over here on the ground. I can probably burn one of them, the other one's gonna get up. I don't know, let's do... As you can see, I'm amassing parts. I already have 25 parts. And I already have my sprint at level 3, my flash bolt at level 3, my matches at level 2. I've managed to... Just opening 2 lockers in the locker room, I got 10,000 green gel. So, it's really worth it to do all this collecting. This chest has a bomb in it, so, you have to open it halfway. Shotgun shells, 2 more parts. I just don't want to step in a bear trap. There's a lot more bear traps that they set around in this mode, and they'll be usually in places where you really don't want them. During Chapter 10, when you're being chased by Laura, they put bear traps on the ground on places, and it's just... She's twice as fast, and there's bear traps all over the place. It's just really, that's really frustrating. Still not as frustrating as the beginning of level 6, though. I can probably burn one of these guys. The other guy's gonna get up. I'm just gonna run away from him because there's no point not to, because I cleared the other side. The only exception is if this person springs up. That's not gonna be good. Sometimes they just spring up. See, what is that? I lit a match and it didn't light on fire. That kind of bothers me. There's the other one. Now, I would just run, get on the ladder. This is... You know, he's gonna chase me, but I have a lot of places to go now. He can chase me only once, because there's no enemies on the side anymore and no traps. My sprint is at level 3 already, so I can sprint for about 8 seconds. If he's still chasing me, I'll be surprised. If the Ruvik clone had done anything, you know, let out a shrieking thing, I could have gotten away. That's how I would have gotten away, too. Okay, not good. Yeah, I should have noted before that that's where one of the checkpoints is. Oh, he's gonna climb back up the ladder, right? Nope, you gonna come after me? Come on. Yeah, I'm not trying to be cocky here, but seriously, I just want to. Oh, I cannot believe I didn't come out here before. It's kind of good that I'm doing this. I just missed that green gel over there. Not good. Just hide under the bed. I kind of wish he walked past the door because I really don't know which direction he's facing or where he is. I don't want him to go back up the ladder though. God, he did try to go back up the ladder. This is... come on. Oh, I know. Oh, that was stupid. Why did I do that? I wanted to grab the axe. I really wish I could run out that door. Okay, so now I'm gonna run back down because I didn't notice that area before. You'll notice when I jumped over that ledge that seemed a little risky, it's really just the animation. While you're crouched down again, when you jump over something, He's gonna stand for a second, but because I was automatically crouched, it'll go back down to it. So that's why I was able to stealth kill him. So now I'm gonna go save it. Again, somebody could say, well, this is kind of overkill, you know, kind of saving it. But again, the save room's there. And again, I recommend, I mean, if you really just... Especially if you're going to try to disarm all these motion sensor bombs and do whatnot, I mean, there's no sense. I mean, you just... It's really a good idea just to go save it. I mean, the save room's there, just abuse it. I shouldn't even say abuse. It's not really abuse. You're going to be in a lot of places where there's not going to be... You're going to have to get through a checkpoint. Like in Chapter 2, that long checkpoint, where there's not going to be a save room. You have to get through the whole thing without dying, without really getting hit. That's really essentially what I should be saying. So... And I am spending a lot of time in this chapter, but... You'll see, it'll be very worthwhile, because by collecting all of this, I already have some things upgraded. I already have my flash, I believe, at what, level 3, like I said? And my sprint at level 3. And it's only chapter 3, so, and there's a lot more green gel ahead. I'm really doing the flash primarily because of level 6 in the beginning, but it is good for stealth kills, but really the best places to use it are probably when there are 2 enemies, especially when it's at level 3 at this point. You can pretty much, I believe, stealth kill 2 enemies with level 3. Definitely level 4, but level 3 I believe you can do it. I mean, it's only good to throw into a crowd like in level 6 when you're just trying to just wait around and you just want to stun enemies. For stealth kill purposes, you know, it goes to the animation and you have to stealth kill them, and you know, meanwhile there could be other enemies not stunned and they could grab you. So I just don't usually do stealth kills in crowds and whatnot. That's probably not a good idea. I think at this point I'm going to take a break and stop the broadcast. I mean, yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well right now, so, and this long, so, that's probably, I would say, about maybe the first half of Chapter 3, so, I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to start another broadcast for the second half of Chapter 3, because, this chapter takes a while, or it can, in the way I'm doing it, just for preparation, so, I'm basically gonna stop this broadcast and I'll come back in about an hour, or maybe a half an hour to an hour, to do the rest of this chapter. So thanks for watching. This is all gonna be archived on Twitch for 2 weeks, but because it's only 2 weeks, I usually export it to my YouTube account. So, alright, my name's Brian. Thanks for watching. Continue this.